Ah, Rapture. How long has it been since I walked your decrepit halls, used your awesome plasmids, found myself deciding the fate of an innocent child? Wait, what was that last one again?
Game Plop!
Hello, my name is Dapper Dodo and welcome to Game Plop! Today, we'll be taking a look at Bioshock. All of the wonderful parts and all of the disgraceful. What you're seeing is actually Bioshock Remastered. Why? Well, the remaster is more geared towards the modern systems. Looks a bit better. And honestly, I wanted to see what the remaster was like. Two birds, one stone, so to speak. Anyway, let's discuss initial story. You play as a faceless man on his way to God knows. Something goes wrong with the plane and it goes down. A fire blazes across the plane's debris in the water. Miraculously, you survive the plane crash and make your way to a nearby lighthouse. Arriving in the lighthouse, you see lights. They just turn on. Mysteriously. It's like you were expected. Navigating through, you find a bathysphere. Stepping inside, you pull the handle in front of you and away you go. After some ramblings from a man introducing himself as Andrew Ryan, you see Rapture for the first time. A beautiful underwater city. Breathtaking. Upon arriving at your final destination within Rapture, you hear a man on the radio speaking with another man. They know you're coming. Upon arriving, you see a silhouette of a man and what appears to be a woman with hooks. She guts the pleading man. She then peers into the bathysphere and says,
"Is it someone new?"
She tries breaking into the bathysphere, tearing chunks out of it, before relenting and disappearing into the shadows. A man calling himself Atlas speaks on a nearby radio. Picking up the radio, you feel almost calmed, like you found a friend in an unlikely place. Stepping out of the bathysphere, you take your first steps into Rapture, and so the game begins. I will leave the story there for now. We have much to cover, and this will turn into a narration rather than a review if I carry on. Stepping out for the first time into Rapture, seeing the destruction and decay around you, you know shit's gone down. You see it, and now you're in for a ride. The game has now gripped you tight. It's time to continue into Rapture. The first thing to happen of note is seeing the hook woman again. You hear Atlas refer to her as a splicer. You're told to draw her out, and then BAM! A flying robot with a turret shoots at her. Robots in this game are both a nightmare and a boon. Robots, like many mechanical things in Rapture, can be hacked. And while the hacking minigame is less than fun, the results of a successful hack can be the thing of life or death. Cameras, turrets, robots, all these can be swayed to your side with a little hacking. The next mechanic in the game, magic! Plasmids. Genetic code changing injections that give you abilities and enhancements. The cool thing about these? The variety. You have your standard flame and lightning abilities, but the creativity that went into some of these plasmids is excellent. No, you are by no means the only big contender in Rapture. Sure, you may have plasmids, but do you have a big drill for a hand? No? Well, one Rapture resident does. The Big Daddy. Accompanying a modified child called the Little Sister, this ferocious beast comes in two forms. The Bouncer. This Big Daddy is equipped with a giant drill for a hand. He uses this in multiple attacks. His charge attack can catch you off guard. Then there is the Rosie. The Rosie looks like an old diving suit. Rosies carry a rivet gun and throw proximity mines. They can even bash you with their rivet guns if you get too close. Both are an absolute nightmare to take down. You will die a lot fighting these things, but once you get to know their rhythms and how they operate, it starts getting a little easier. Now, Bioshock is a game where you are expected to die. So much so, a respawn system is implemented through the Vita Chambers. When you die, you come back via a Vita Chamber. The Vita Chambers will be in different locations, and the one you pop up in is relative to your death location. You'll be respawned at the closest one. For all you masochists out there, there is an option to disable the Vita Chambers. Warning, mad lads and mad lasses only. On your journey into Rapture, you'll be given a pretty heavy choice to make early on. Remember the little sisters? Yeah, you have the option to kill them and harvest the Adam they carry. On the other hand, you can save them, giving the little sisters back their humanity in return for less Adam. This lower Adam is countered by better rewards gifted to you by the converted little sisters. The rewards give you Adam and a few tonics and plasmids. This includes a pretty powerful one, the ability to hypnotize a Big Daddy to fight for you for a time. Keep in mind that if you attack the Big Daddy, he will revert to his hostile nature. Watch where you're shooting! I have to say, the mini-bosses in this game are not really that great. All in all, they are just bullet sponge variants of the normal version of the splicer types they are. Dr. Steinman is an upgraded leadhead splicer with a Tommy gun. Peach Wilkins? A nitro splicer with an extra Molotov grenade. The arena in which you fight them, and the story behind each one are interesting, don't get me wrong, but the fight itself didn't live up to their reputations. Now before we move on to the next segment, let's let Mr. Splicer take it away.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong, they are weak but he is strong.
Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. You got a golden voice, gotta say. Now an interesting mechanic pops up midway through the game. The research camera. It's annoying as hell but provides very good bonuses. You can get tonics and up to 3 times damage boosts on the type of enemy that you are taking a picture of. Want to one-shot a nitro splicer? You can if you work for it, and work for it you will. The camera has a limited film ammo type. It stacks to 100, but it's very rare to find. The best thing to do is buy it from a Circus of Values vending machine. Most will require you to hack them. Yes, you can hack vending machines. The film will set you back a fair bit if you're after maxing the film. On top of that, you burn through it fast. Regardless of how annoying the camera is, it's essential to doing well, especially in the late game. One thing the game doesn't tell you is how rare the weapon upgrade stations are. For those who don't know, weapon upgrading is a one-time use per station. This can be damage or rate of fire upgrades. First thing I tend to upgrade is the damage on the shotgun. I should have upgraded the Tommy gun damage, but instead I did the pistol. Bollocks. You can build up characters' pre-splicer days via audio logs. Before Rapture went to hell, people were normal. Normal people seeking happier lives. The cool thing is, the audio logs can sometimes mix in with the current situation. You can listen to audio logs from Dr. Steinman as he descends into his maddening obsession with the perfection of the human body and how it should look. So much so you can hear him murder a patient by what seems to be him cutting too deep. His obsessions drive him mad, and when you find him, well...
What can I do with this one, Aphrodite? She won't stay still! I want to make them beautiful, but they always turn out wrong! That one's too fat! This one's too tall! This one's too symmetrical! And now... What's this, guys? An intruder! He's ugly! 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 Ugly!
Yeah. One thing I love is the really interesting scripted sequences. There is the creepy surgeon. the shotgun cloak and dagger?
How dare you touch me?
I'm opening you up!
Oh, yes, run, you coward! Don't you dare touch me! How dare you touch me!
And even the first time you discover a Houdini splicer.
Hello,
The scripted sequences are great and really add to the atmosphere wonderfully. I refuse to spoil a major twist in the story in this review for anyone who hasn't played it for whatever reason. As such, I can't really delve into details about more story-wise. What? You want to hear a little more details? Well, alright then. I suppose one more bit of story won't hurt. Around the half-ish way mark, you are attempting to rescue Atlas's family from a submarine. When you are trying to do this, Andrew Ryan stops you at every corner. However, he seems to still be not sure who you are. He still thinks you are of CIA or KGB origin. But his thoughts on that waver. Not long after, he realizes you are with Atlas, and what you're doing is trying to save his family. Fast forward a little bit, you can see the sub. You're reaching it. Almost there. Then... yeah, it blows up. Atlas is audibly in disbelief and utterly distraught. And who can blame him? He just lost his family. This line though is where Atlas seems to be losing his cool. Understandably so, but still, listen to this.
We'll find him and we'll tear his heart out!
Yikes. In a nutshell, Bioshock is an absolute gem, a game that made many fans when it initially released in 2007. It stands the test of time and still holds up today rather well. The remaster had a rocky start with some major bugs and crashing to work out, but all seems to be fixed now. However, I'm unable to progress further into the game without revealing one of the biggest twists in gaming. It is a hell of a twist. So play it yourself and prepare your So that's that. Game Plop is back and I'll try to get these videos out as fast as I can. Please keep in mind that my Patreon is now shut down due to the undesirable changes to the site and how it operates. At this time, I don't have an alternative to Patreon, but I do have a place where you can tip a one-time payment. Ko-fi. The only thing I can offer in return is a mention at the end of the episode released after your tip. Please keep in mind that if you tip after the next episode is edited, you'll be featured in the next one after that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Did I miss something out? Let me know in the comments. If you had a good time, drop a like. And if you're feeling really generous, pop your cursor or finger over that subscribe button and select it. Thanks again guys, and I'll catch you next time.